I'm trying to remember what this was from. This was definitely from a show. Oh. Something about the ocean and the wind. Dancing. Oh, is that from me? No, I love it. Oh, delicious. You know, back in my day, they didn't used to have these in cans. We would just, just get, the fresh meat. It tastes just as good coming from a can. I don't think it's really worth singing a whole song about. Oh, I'm absolutely stuck now. I've got to keep an eye on my figure, I'm a little bit more fluffy than I used to be, if you know what I mean. And I like your floaty. I've got stories about that. But yes, this was from a show. I would dance like the waves all around. And yes, I believe there was a dolphin guest in that show of some sort. And, oh, this thing, yes. Yes, it's all coming back to me now. I would throw the ball around the stage. I like your ears. Lovely, lovely. Throw this around the stage, and it was a beach party theme. Yes. Oh, that was so delightful and fun. Though I don't quite know why they would have a cat do a show about water. It seems, I wouldn't put it past them to be purposefully ironic. I suppose that seems like a choice rather than an oversight. And now this looks familiar. Do any of you know how to open a suitcase like this? I think it's stuck. I don't think it's locked because I don't see a place for a combination. Oh, that's a good idea. Or a key, but it might be just rusted shut forever. It has been quite a while since I've used it, and I don't honestly remember what's in there, but I know it was mine. Oh, maybe it had hats and costumes in it. Yes. Those flamingos. You know the story of these flamingos, right? I'm sure you've seen them around everywhere, haven't you? They're very popular. They really are. But, nobody knows anymore that they were actually because of me. You see the one that you're wearing before it was gold? That's what they all used to look like back then. They were just for safety. Nobody thought they could be any fun. They were just necessary. Yes, like the one on your head, the flamingos. But I always loved flamingos. So when I was doing that beach party show and we had to have all kinds of inflatable beach accoutrements, I said, hey, why don't we make one that looks like a flamingo? That would be so much more fun than the pink ones. Because they're such a graceful animal and they're pink and, well, pigs are pink, but they're not very grateful. Oh, don't tell that little pig that does the radio show that. I find him absolutely delightful, but he's not even pink. Well, I said, let's make a flamingo one. And they did, and it was originally merchandise for my show. And they stuck around even when I didn't. So every time you see a flamingo, that's because of me. If I weren't a cat, I would certainly want to be a flamingo. Now, what is it all this contains here? I believe a lot of it is mine, but it can't all possibly be from my shows. There were so many other acts and shows that happened on the stage that are no longer. Mine were not the only ones. I had a lot of them and I was doing them for a long time. So, I wonder what could be in all of them, but I don't think I'm strong enough to open any of them, climb on them or whatnot. I do miss the days when this pool used to be used as a pool instead of storage. Like I said, as a cat, I am not the biggest fan of water, so I myself would not go swimming in it, but I just remember the delightful days of pool parties down here. There were real pool parties. There was a real lifeguard sitting in that chair, and everyone would be splashing around and having fun, and this was a very popular place to be. It wasn't just a storage space back in the olden days, so long ago. But what is time anyway? Do you ever think about that? I don't know how long ago it was, but I was gone for a while. I don't know if I'm meant to be back or not. Oh, this set piece. This was part of a whole big set that they would put up on the stage. There were lots of different windows and doors and things. It looked very fancy, and I liked it a lot better than any of the sets. You know, some of them are so pedestrian. Have you seen the one that's like an office? It doesn't seem very glamorous to me, my dear. I wonder why they're not using this anymore, or where the rest of it is. I don't quite remember what kinds of shows I did back. Oh, yes, it is a little bit dirty. It does need to be cleaned up. It's not for me. Did you bake that yourself? Oh, thank you, dear. Well, I suppose I can just have one bite of it. It won't affect my thinking too much. Okay, you can have the rest. Oh, no, that's... I have to watch my figure, indeed. Well... This dress used to fit me back in the day. Oh. Well, I suppose getting poisoned would be a good way to lose weight, but that does not seem healthy at all. Healthy, at least. This dress used to fit me back in the day. But I got fluffier and fluffier, but I used to love dancing around in it and swirling the skirt around. It was so fluffy and billowy. Is that for me? Well, I suppose fruit is healthy enough. Oh, this is the kind that you... This technology is so newfangled, I can't imagine. I don't think it would work on me. It's a hack or anything, but it was quite delicious, indeed. I don't remember who wore this. I did have a lot of co-stars, and I'm afraid I can't remember any of them. Oh, what are all these onions doing here? Let's just get rid of those real quick. This was one of my favorite things. You know, every performer dreams of having their name in lights, and I finally got it. Well, sort of. Close enough. You know, the MC said, that I should have it this way, you see. Oh, thank you. It's so dusty. It's very helpful. You see, this should have been a K instead of a C. But the MC said, well, no, our audience knows that the word cat is spelled with a C, so it should be spelled that way, so it's less confusing for them. And I said, no, I don't think we should dumb things down for our audience. We need to respect them. We know that they're smart. We know that they're going to get it. We don't need to handhold them through everything. And we always had this disagreement about so many different things. But he won out in the end, and so I suppose Cat with a C became my stage name. But I guess when it's turned this way, it just looks like a, you know, little rainbow or something. It's nice. It's very nice. I like it like that, yes. I used to just love posing in front of these lights, and... Oh, and the lights on this mirror as well. They don't make them like they used to. Something about those old-fashioned light bulbs just made your face look so much more beautiful when you looked at yourself in the mirror. And I did ask for a bigger mirror than anybody else had backstage. And I got it. I got pretty much everything I wanted back then. I was the star of the shows. But it was oh so long ago, but I did love just looking in the mirror and admiring my whiskers and my stripes and my fur. Oh, it was lovely times, just lovely. I had just as much fun backstage as I did on the stage. Yes, my biggest fan. I know I've made this joke a million times. But everybody always loved it. They loved me and everything I did, and... Well, this is just such an absurdly large piece of equipment that you can't not make a joke about it. I did love the way that it would blow the wind onto my fur, and I would just look so glamorous. But I don't think it would work anymore. It's so old, I don't even know if you could find anywhere to plug it in. Now, what was over here? What was over here? Oh, there's a suitcase that's open. Could that have been mine? Let's see what's inside. Oh, no, there's just an onion in there. That is definitely not mine. That is definitely belongs to somebody else. Oh, that. Yes, I remember that. We tried some very strange show where I played a lumberjack of some sort, and I would cut down trees, and I hated it. I made them stop. I don't want to cut down trees. I like trees. And yes! Oh, the microphone. I liked having it set too short for me, so I could performer just has a microphone standing there, and they're just standing there, and they're just singing into the microphone and not moving at all. It's not dynamic. It's not theatrical. Somebody can be as talented as it gets, but if your show is not theatrical, it's not going to be what people want to see. Oh, that's lovely. Yes, fireworks. That makes things theatrical. Oh, these. Yes, I remember these. These were the only instrument I knew how to play. They tried to teach me to play the guitar. I could not do it, so I had some songs where I would pretend to play it while there was a recording in the background. But then I just learned to play these. Well, I didn't really need to learn. You don't really need to learn it. It's just, you shake it, and then it goes and it goes with everything. You don't have to have any skills and the musical area, which I liked. I got lots of skills, but that is not one of them. These boots! Are these my size? Yes, I believe they are. These were mine then. I wore these in another show about dancing in the rain or something like that. They were very difficult to dance in because they would squeak every time I moved. And I don't recognize that. I don't know if I ever did any sort of medieval sword fighting shows, but I would have loved to. But yes, again, with the dancing in the rain, I don't understand why they would make a cat do shows about water. Oh, what, the flamingos. Did I tell you about the flamingos and the waves? There was something about dancing, the dancing waves, and it was a beach party show. It was so strange but glorious, but these flamingos are everywhere now, and it's all because of me. I love flamingos. They were my favorite animal. If I could be any animal, aside from a cat, I would be a flamingo, of course. Now, I wonder if I can fit through here. I used to be able to slink into all kinds of tiny spaces when I was younger. I was basically as small as a kitten. But now, I don't know, but let's see if I can just squeeze right